Yeah. Telling the truth, just NewsMan. Say NewsMan, I wanna be there. We know the truth. Say NewsMan, the party. We're gonna love you. Yeah.
You can accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. What means is all of God type stuff. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together.
Yeah, listen, I know that it's been a week. It's been over 2 weeks. It's probably been, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I've been here. And of course, here I am. Well, listen, like you can't sit there and blame it all on me. I don't want you to sit there and try to say, "Oh, well, listen, Sam, where were you last week?" And we didn't see you and blah blah blah. Listen, I don't want to hear any of that. The reason why I'm saying that because it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. Listen, I got text all week long. I had text all week long asking Sam, where were you last week? What's going on? Oh my gosh, it's the first week of December. Everybody, well, of course, every retailer has had their Christmas decorations out since September, but that's besides the point. But everybody kept asking me all week long, Sam, what's going on? What's happening? I can't tell you how much that I had been texted all week long, starting on Monday. It was Monday earlier this week, and they said, Sam, where were you? In fact, no, I'm not even going to say it was Monday. I'm not even going to say it was Monday. It was probably Saturday morning. Last Saturday morning, here my producer was just laid up in the bed. He was laid up in the bed, and he said, listen, Sam, I can't. He gives me a call. He gives me a call and he says, Sam, I can't sit there and do it. And I said, what do you mean you can't do this? This is the first week of December. What do you mean you're not going to be able to sit there and be here? And he says, well, I said, Sam, this is listen, I got to give Germ a little bit of credit over there. He's over there behind the glass now. What are you at? What are you at right now? 77%. 77% is what he's saying in my ear right now. No, you guys can't hear him. He's talking to me. That's my producer. He's over there behind the glass telling me right now that he's at about 77%, maybe 80%. Hopefully you'll be 80% by the end of the show. Good grief. How long has this been? 4 years. Listen, he said it was 4 years since the last time he got sick. Listen, we've been doing this show. We've been doing this show for what? It's been over 5 years now. Over 5 years we've been doing the show. Probably the first time that Germ has had to sit there and call out. But hey, listen, I appreciate you. I know you're not 100% Germ, but I thank you for at least giving a little bit of go ahead here and finally being able to, well, listen, this is ridiculous because everybody all week long had been saying, Sam, where were you last week? Well, of course, I'm just going to have to throw my producer under the bus. He was sick. First time in 5 years. Over 5 years that this has had to happen. Now, of course, we've taken days off because of this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But outside of that, never have missed a show because the producer was sick. Producer was so sick that we had to miss the show last week. But have no fear. We are back far and near, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. Once again, you're listening to 90.1 FM, coast to coast, all around the world. The only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. Yes, an award-winning media puppet. I say that because we did win the award. We're the number 3 radio show in Richmond, Virginia. Now, of course, you might be saying, well, you're third place, Sam. You better tighten up. And I agree with you. Yes, we should tighten up, should do better. But we didn't cheat, but everybody else did. And what do I mean by that? Is because everybody was sitting there voting multiple times and everything. So next year, I'm gonna get all my drug dealer friends and have them sit there and make sure they text the number on their burner phones. I'm at about 500, 600 burner phones a day, trying to sit there and make sure that next year that we are number one. I mean, well, listen, we're gonna try the best that we can. But I'll tell you what, the other two shows, you know what they are? They are corporate radio shows. Corporate radio shows that got number one and number two. But what are we? We are independent. Yes, an independent radio show broadcasting live, of course, where? On college radio. You know, college radio is great because there's a lot of things that I can do here that I wouldn't be able to do on a corporate radio station. Now, of course, if I was on a corporate radio station, which will be probably in the near future, but the thing is that I can do whatever I want. What was that? Well, advertise. Well, yeah, of course. If I was on corporate radio, we'd have advertising dollars. What's wrong with advertising dollars? What? Well, of course we want to get advertising revenue. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of radio. You know, we got to get advertisers to fund the program to make sure that we have this signal going out all over the place on a Saturday morning. And you say, well, why Saturday morning, Sam? Well, the reason why is very, very easy. Is because the government took away your cartoons. Listen, that's not a hot take. That is real. The government took away your cartoons. They took away all the magic of Saturday morning, and they sat there and said that you needed to have educational programming and watching news and well, no, not news. What was it? Nature shows. Yeah, nature shows. Yeah, nothing is more important on a Saturday morning than watching the crocodile hunter get stung by a stingray. No, I'm telling you what. No, everybody wants cartoons. That's what they want. They want cartoons. I'm not saying that you know, that nature shows are bad. Educational programming is bad. You know, I love Sesame Street. Hell, listen, I'm a real media puppet. I'm a real puppet. So of course I like Sesame Street. You know, I like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers. I like all of that stuff. Everything is great. Everything is magic. Everything is awesome. You need to put that in rotation. But no, I'm telling you right now, Saturday morning was a magical time. And of course, when I don't show up here on a Saturday morning because my producer is sick, then the magic of Saturday morning just tends to dwindle just a little bit. Because what are we doing here? We're setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. And what do I mean by that? Of course, what I mean is that we are broadcasting live not only on a radio signal. You see that microphone over there? Yeah, that microphone right over there. You know what that is? That's a real radio microphone, meaning that this signal is going out on an FM signal, WDCE 90.1 FM. And of course, you know what that is? That is the longest running independent radio station here in Richmond, Virginia. So just think about it for a moment. You're driving along in your car and maybe you're going to some sporting event for your kid or this, or maybe you're traveling, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're driving through Richmond, Virginia, and you sat there and you tune your dial to 90.1 FM, what you would be hearing is my beautiful puppet voice. And you would be saying, oh my gosh, I've not heard a voice like that on the radio in years. And I would say, you know, you're absolutely right. But what if I told you one other thing? What if I told you it was not just my beautiful puppet voice that you could hear, but you could see my beautiful puppet face? That's right. There's a way that you can do that. Let me tell you how. At Sam Newsman. That's right. At Sam Newsman all over social media. At Sam Newsman. Sam Newsman on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, all over the place. At Sam Newsman. You'll be able to see my beautiful puppet face. We are streaming live right now. I got the Sam cams running. I have the Sam cams over here. I'll give all you guys a shout out in a moment. But make sure that you guys keep chatting there in the chat here. I got the Sam cam running here on Instagram. And I also have the Sam cam running over here on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Shout out to Cato's collection. See Cato over here, right here over here in YouTube land. Cato's collection reviews. God, I love Cato. I think that him and the boys over at 3PO had a little bit of a little gathering last night, and I wasn't able to do it, but I did see it. So shout out to Ryan, shout out to the 3POA, Bobby, Tony, all those guys. Love those guys. Cato, though, are you following Cato? Cato's Collection, probably the only review website, one of the only review websites that I actually give credit to. What was that? Well, of course, it's because of his Southern drawl. Yeah, well, listen, nothing. Well, I'm a GoBots fan, and I know Cato. Cato's all about the Transformers. I get it. I get it. And of course, we know that GoBots are better. But shout out to Cato. Cato is probably the only person that I could actually sit and listen to a Transformer review and not turn it off. And like I said, it's the Southern draw. It's the Southern draw. Sam's eyes are looking right into my soul, is what internet person. Hey, that's a good name. Internet person. Shout out to internet person. Sam's eyes are looking right into my soul, says internet person. I see Ryebread82, best puppet in news. Yes, of course. Big M says, hey, Sam. Hey, Cato. And RHK2000. Roundhead. Is that a new name? I don't know. Here we go. Let me see what I have over here. I have AM Customs 80. Good morning, news crew, is what he says. Are you following AM Customs 80? Well, I'm not going to sit there and give you all the goods just yet. No, we're going to work up to it. But just remember that not 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years. Golly, the time just flies by. I think it's 2 years. 2 years ago, I think AM Creations 8, AM Customs 80. Sorry, AM Customs 80. They used to go by another name. Well, sometimes people have to rebrand. AM Customs 80. He was the one who gave me the original Holiday Cobra Troopers. Now, I know that everybody out there and their mom, shout out to Mary Murr, but everybody out there and their mom is now getting the Hiss Tank. The Hiss Tank is showing up. Saw Triple D the other day, was talking to Profit Director and a couple other people. People are now getting their Hiss Tanks. Oh, Mad Hatter got his as well. Saw that the other day too. But yes, I'm telling you what, everybody's getting their Hiss Tanks. You're going to be seeing Hiss Tank pictures all over the place over the next couple of weeks. So congratulations to everybody that got a Hiss Tank. I think, what was it? Uncle Bull? Uncle Bull got 2. Okay, wait a minute. So Uncle Bull has 2? What was that? We might have to get that. If Uncle Bull has 2 of them, then I might have to sit there and tell Uncle Bull, like, hey, Uncle Bull, and that's Bullwinkle Lady. Uncle Bull, I might need to have to get that other one from you. I mean, well, listen, what? I don't care about the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. That's ridiculous. Nobody can. Listen, the Super 7 Cobra Commander is the best Cobra Commander in terms of aesthetic value that is needed. Now, I know that's a hot take. And we'll talk about toys at the top of next hour. The 10 o'clock toy hour. 10 o'clock toy hour. That's what we're going to be doing now from now on. The 10 o'clock toy hour is we're going to be talking about toys and action figures. Now, of course, you're probably asking, well, normally about this time is when Dave calls in. But Deep Cut Dave is not calling in just yet. We're going to have Deep Cut Dave. He's going to be with us at 10:30. He's going to be with us at 10:30. Well, because I have a couple of songs and, Christmas songs. Deep Cut Dave, of course, well, listen, there's a lot of people that I out there that are amazing. But there's one person who's probably more amazing than all of you. No, I'm just kidding. He's not more. No, all of you guys are great too. No, in terms of just deep cut and savantness. Is that a word? Savantness? Anyways, Deep Cut Dave is a savant, a nostalgia savant. And what I told Dave to do is this week and next week, over the next 2 weeks, is that we're going to get some of the most deep cut Christmas music that we can possibly get. Now, I know that's a challenge because Sir Philosopher is in the chat, and Sir Philosopher has a show coming up after this one. So, of course, that is a challenge. Challenge accepted of Sir Philosopher. Sir Philosopher on the other side of the glass with the producers over there right now. But that's coming up at noon. I wasn't even sure if he was going to show up today. I heard last week that he was going to be back in 2 weeks. So I'm glad that he's here, Sir Philosopher, keeping all the humans on the other side of the glass in check. What? Well, of course I have to get Sir Philosopher over here to keep you in check, Germ, because you won't even show up last week. What are you talking about? So, golly, I have to get Sir Philosopher to come in here just to keep you in check. Deep Cut Dave rules cartoons is what Sir Philosopher has said. Hypercube, that is crazy, Toys. He's here as well. Kato says that his tank is on the way. I have some other people here in the chat. Guys, make sure you just keep chatting here in the chat so I can give you shout outs. And people might be saying, well, what do you mean shout outs, Sam? Well, what I'm telling you is that we are setting the standard, raising the bar, like we always do. So not only are we broadcasting on the radio, but like I said, we are live streaming. So people are here and they're chatting in the Roundhead Roundhead K2000, RHK2000. What are you watching on both? Are you watching on both? So anyway, so what it is that we do have like I said, the live streams going on over here, the live streams going on over there. Make sure that you are sending this out. Share this on your story, your Facebook story, your Instagram story. Tell everybody that we are broadcasting live. I know we took a week off, but we are here, and we're just trying to get everybody in. Shout out everybody who's coming in. Oh no, Big M says that FedEx was supposed to deliver my HISS tank yesterday, and now it's just saying date pending. Well, that's because the UPS driver stole it. No, I'm not. No, I'm kidding. It'll show up today. I promise it. Well, no, I can't promise it. I don't know. Listen, I'm not FedEx, but hopefully your HISS tank does show up, and everything is going to be okay. Like I said, broadcasting live on WDCE 90.1 FM. Yes, real radio microphone over there. And at Sam Newsman all over social media. Oh, that's right. Deadman. Shout out to Deadman. Splatter Day, y'all. Splatter Day, y'all. Listen, we are all Toy Mercs. What is Toy Mercs? Toy Mercs, probably the most inclusive community out there in terms of action figures, toys, photography. One of the best communities run by Deadman1, but at Toy Mercs is where you want to go. At Toy Mercs is where you want to go. Splatter Day. We need to have a couple of Christmas Splatter Day sessions over the next 2 weeks before we get to Christmas. Yeah, nothing says Merry Christmas more than a couple of Christmas-themed Splatter Days. So maybe he'll be able to do that. But make sure you're following him at Toy Mercs, on what is that, on Instagram. Oh yes, they do have just a Facebook page. I think they recently did a Facebook page at Toy Mercs. Once again, on Instagram, and just look up Toy Mercs on Facebook. Once again, the most inclusive community in terms of action figures and toys. I have Car Guy. It says Car Guy Heek. Anyways, Car Guy 57. We'll just call it that. Car Guy 57. Shout out to you in the chat. But here we are. Like I said, it is 9:39 here on the 9th day of December in the year 2023. And yes, of course, I was not here last week. But it is December. Yes, you see the magical Santa hat. Have you been watching the reels? I've been doing Christmas reels every single day. I've been singing Christmas. I've been doing two-a-days. Listen, I made this commitment with Skydro about a month or so ago. I said, hey, Skydro. I said, you know what I'm going to start doing? What do you mean you don't know Skydro Walker on Instagram? Use the code SKYDRO, that's SKYDRO at extremesets.com, where you can save 15%. Yeah, I'm telling you. Use the code SKYDRO, SKYDRO at extremesets.com, and you will be able to save 15%. No, Skydro Walker on Instagram. I was talking with him off record about a month ago, and I said, you know what, Skydro, I think I'm going to start doing two-a-days. Yeah, two-a-days. And what does that mean? It means that I started doing 2 reels a day. I do the typical news reel, which we've been doing every single day. Since when? Since last January. January 1st, and we're almost here again. Is not that too far off. It was about 22 days away, maybe. That's a reel every single day. A reel every single day for the whole year. Now, so I don't want to hear what anybody has to sit there and say, oh, days off and all this, blah, blah, blah. If I can do a reel every day, then I don't want to hear about your days off and your vacation. Why? Because there's news every day. And what have I done? I've set the standard. I've raised the bar. Every single day there's been a newsreel. But I told Skydro about a month ago, I said, hey, listen, I'm going to start doing 2-a-days. He says, what do you mean by that, Sam? Well, I'm going to start singing a song. I'm going to sing a Christmas song, a Christmas carol, something every single day, all the way up until Christmas. So the 25 days from the 1st to the 25th, what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 reels a day from me. Remember, that's at Sam Newsman. 2 reels every single day. And you'll hear, of course, the Christmas song, the Christmas music, whatever we did. What did we do yesterday? We did Silver Bells. Silver bells. Silver bells. That's what we did yesterday. You know, I had somebody, of course, in the beginning of the way, they wanted me to do the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. So listen, if you have not been listening to those Christmas jams, we're doing a Christmas jam every day. The 25-day Christmas jam sesh. Maybe that's what we'll call it. But yes, 2-a-days, a Christmas song every single day, and of course the news reel. News has been crazy. I'm not going to get into it right now because I got a couple of songs here I'm going to play. That Dave, now I got this first set that Dave sent me. Now remember, everything's going to be Christmas themed. You know, I know everybody's saying, well, what about all the cartoon themes? We'll get back to the cartoon themes at the beginning of the year. Now we might pepper a few here and there because of course that is Saturday morning. But we have Christmas songs here that we're going to be playing. Well, I'm not going to get into it. I want to surprise you. We'll go over the list. I have 2 lists here from Deep Cut Dave. We have this one, and then of course the one that we'll play at the top of next, well, not the top of next hour, probably about, what's it, 10:15, 10:20 or so. We'll play that second set. And then Dave will join us. We'll talk about 20 minutes or so, and that'll lead us right into the 11 o'clock hour, where we will be doing another memorial session. Yes, another memorial read. Well, there was somebody who passed away this week, probably one of the biggest influencers in culture over the last 50 years. Well, that's a big deal. Yeah, over the last 50 years. So cultural influence. So we want to make sure that we do highlight that, and that will be at the 11 o'clock hour. So we're just getting started. It is 10. No, it's not 10. It is 9:44 here on the 9th day of December in the year 2023. Now, like I said, I have a couple of songs here, but one of the things I want you guys to do, I want you to follow me at Sam Newsman all over social media. Make sure that you post. Make sure that you post that we are broadcasting live. Listen, this is all about community engagement. Community engagement. I want you guys to post that I am back. It has been a week. It's been 2 weeks since I've been here, but I'm back now. I want everybody to definitely see. Look, you know what's great about the community. I am being distracted right here because I'm watching AM Customs 80. I have Dead Man. They're all talking. Everybody's just having a good time. They're talking about just linking up, just the magic of the toy community. The toy community, of course, the anchor of this show. Because why? What were you doing on Saturday mornings? You were grabbing your action figures. You were grabbing your toys. You were grabbing a good sugary bowl of cereal. You would sit down in front of the television and watch cartoons up until mom and dad kicked you out the house. So, and that's what we try to do here. Now, of course, like I said, some of the cartoons, we're going to be doing more Christmas themed stuff over the next week. Because why? Well, we're doing it's December. I was going to start playing Christmas music the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and Deep Cut Dave said, "No, Sam, you can't do that." And you know what? Sam and Germ both voted me out. Well, listen, if there's retail stores that can throw up Christmas trees, why can't I play Christmas music? Hell, you know what? It would be really interesting if I sat there and just had a Christmas radio station all year long where you just heard me singing Christmas carols and me playing Christmas music. What? What do you mean it would go out of business by February? I don't want to hear that. That's that fiddlesticks. I don't want to hear that. Anyway, so here we are. Like I said, it is the 9th day of December, the year 2023. I got a couple of songs here, some jams. Gonna play. Gonna be back at the top of the hour, the 10 o'clock toy hour. You see this over my shoulder. Yeah, the Figura Obscura Jacob Marley figure. Got that about 3 days ago. And I think I showed up on Tuesday. Daggone, they were quick. Well, listen, I would have told all of you guys last week to order it at 9 o'clock when I did. Well, of course, I still ordered it. Yeah, well, even though I wasn't here, I still ordered it. This is the 6th one in the line, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll talk about it just a little bit at the top of the hour. The 10 o'clock toy hour. That's what we're calling it now. From now on, from 10 o'clock to about 11, we'll talk about toys, action figures, cartoons. Anyways, but we're going to have Deep Cut Dave at 10:30. So talk about all the songs that we're going to be playing. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs here. And of course, some more songs after the segment. After my next monologue segment at the top of the hour. So hold on. What was that, Jerm? No. Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely. At Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Facebook, at Sam Newsman on YouTube, at Sam Newsman on Twitter. All those places is where you can see my beautiful puppet face. And of course, if you're not there, you can always just listen to my beautiful puppet voice on WDCE 90.1 FM. Go to WDCE.org. That's the only way that you can hear the cartoon themes and these Christmas themes that I'm going to be playing here in just a moment. Those are not going to get played on social media. But what you can do is make sure that there's another way. Yes, that's right. That's right. Download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you will be able to listen to the Christmas jams that we'll be playing. And of course, like I said, I'll be back at the top of the hour here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.
The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's